So how do you run profitable ads for your clinic? Is it magic? No, it's strategy. And if you implement the strategy, you can be successful as well. That is how we were able to take this clinic from $68,000 to $130,000. Most clinics that I talk to on a day-to-day basis, they do not understand these principles. And because of this, they're struggling. But you don't have to be one of those people. And you need to understand something that you probably weren't taught in your training. I know we know a lot about physiology and glycolysis and medication, but what many of us lack is understanding the emotional triggers that get patients to make purchasing decisions or even booking decisions. So what I'm going to do is walk you through the journey from problem aware to appointment confirmed. That is the bridge that you need to take people if you're going to try to get cold traffic and get them to become your patient. And before I even go there, I want to teach you how to know if your ad's going to perform before you waste tons of money. So when you're running ads, there's one metric that you must pay attention to first, and this is called the click-through rate. If your click-through rate sucks, nothing else matters. Low click-through rate means more people are scrolling through your ads, and this is a number that's typically given to you as a percentage. So what this means is out of 100 people, this is the percentage of people that are clicking on your ad. If it's anywhere 1 and below, it is pretty bad. If it's anything above 1, typically above 2 to 5% is great. So as you can see, this is a campaign. I literally launched this campaign yesterday. And as you can see, when we started, we had a click-through rate of about 1.65%. Cost per lead was about 24.66. And me personally, I'm not happy with that, even though it probably would have been okay. I made some modifications to the campaign, and the next day, as you can see, the click-through rate went all the way up to 6.72, and then the lead cost went down to 4.35. And this is something that you can find inside of your ads manager. Right here, you'll see click-through rate, and you see it was 4.29% when we made the modifications. Before that, it was less than 1% here. And you also see a couple of different types of click-through rates. There's the click-through rate here, and then there's the click-through rate all. So what this means is essentially all the clicks. Sometimes people click multiple times. A better number to look at is the link click-through rate. So as you can see, whenever the click-through rate is low, the cost per click is high. And if the cost per click is high, the cost per result is going to be high. But if you can bring your click-through rate up, your cost per click is going to go down, and then the cost per result is going to go down. So what that ended up doing is we spent $20 to get more leads than we got after spending $122. And that's the power of understanding the metrics and knowing what you're looking at and making the right modifications. Okay? So that's the first thing you need to look at. Then you need to try to understand, why would someone come to see you? What is their issue? Most people don't understand their patient journey. And if you don't understand the patient journey, you're not going to understand how to create content to get new patients in the door. But you know this information because you talk to your patients. Most clinicians try to educate their way into more bookings. Big mistake. Patients do not think I need a specific therapy. What they think about is what keeps them up late at night, what stresses them out. I can't sleep. I'm tired of limping. I'm scared this pain won't go away. I can't play with my kids, or I won't be able to play with my kids. I don't have enough energy, or I'm insecure and I'm going to die alone. It's morbid, but these are the things that people think about. And your marketing should speak to that, because emotion is going to drive the action and the logic is going to justify it later. So if you're not booking patients consistently, it's not always a traffic problem. It's constant. It's often really a messaging problem, because if you pour more traffic into bad messaging, nothing good is going to happen. So there's 4 different stages that everyone goes through in their buyer's journey. There's problem aware. This is where someone knows something's wrong. There's solution aware. They realize there's a solution to the thing that might be wrong. There's offer aware. This is where they realize, oh, there's an offer that can actually help me with this problem. And then there's action ready. That is where they're going to book an appointment with you and get to your office. So these are the 4 different stages people have to go through, and you have to understand these stages so you know how to create content for all of these different stages. So most clinics try to skip from stage 1 to stage 4, from problem aware all the way to action ready, and you're missing all the stuff in the middle. You don't want to do that. You have to meet the patients where they are. You have to speak their language at each stage, and that's how you build trust and get bookings. Now let's talk about a little bit of strategy. So when it comes to strategy, there's many different ad campaigns that you can run. So I'm going to walk through the different ones from the easiest to hardest. So the first form is the lead form. So this is where you create an ad that is going to drive people to a form that looks something like this, where they can enter in their information. It keeps them on the Facebook platform. Facebook loves this, and it's really simple to set up. And then there's another version where it's called a messenger funnel. And with a messenger funnel, what people can do is they can message and interact with you. You can talk to them back and forth. You can answer any questions that they have, and then you can book them on your calendar that way. That's also another good way to run ad campaigns. So typically when I get started with any client, what I do is I run both of these. So I'll run half the budget to this and I'll run half the budget to that, and we'll see which one converts the best. And as you scale it, you can start driving traffic to a landing page. So a landing page is a little bit more sophisticated, but this is where you have full control and you're able to scale to multiple different ad platforms. So with the landing page, typically you're going to have the first portion where it's an opt-in, where you're providing some sort of free resource, whatever it may be. If whatever the problem is, you're going to try to help them solve one problem, and then booking an appointment with you is supposed to solve the other problem. All right. So you can give away some free resource that helps them with their issue, which could be a lead magnet, and then they're going to potentially apply to work with you, and then they're going to book a call. Okay, so that's how I run my campaigns. So essentially there's a video, people opt in to see the video. Once they watch the video, they now have to fill out a questionnaire. Once they fill out the questionnaire, then they have the ability to book an appointment with me, and then they watch a video at the end that gives them some more information to prepare for the call with me. Now I want to show you what happened when I made these modifications inside of my own campaigns. So this is May and this is June. In May, I was running only lead form ads. And as you can see, I got tons of leads, 175 leads. My lead cost was $14, it's not too bad. And I got 20 appointments, which is decent. But then the moment I switched to running traffic to a landing page, which was high converting, it had testimonials, it had way more information on it. What we saw was, even though my lead amount is down, my cost per lead was about the same. My applications submitted almost doubled. Okay. So that means that my landing page was converting much higher to actual people taking the action that I wanted them to take, which was getting on my calendar. Right. So that is what happens when you optimize your funnel after you've optimized your traffic. I wouldn't start here because if your ads suck, this does not matter. But once you get your ads dialed in, they have a click-through rate of typically 2% or better would be great. Then you can start playing with your funnel to optimize the back end of it to make sure you're getting more appointments. All right. So that is all you have to do to run successful ad campaigns. You have to just rinse and repeat that process, and then you're good to go. So hopefully you got a lot of value out of that, and you can now go implement some of these strategies, but I'm going to say something that no one else will. The reason why you're getting scammed by marketing agencies is because you do not understand how marketing works. And if you don't understand it, you have no control. But here's the good news. You work in healthcare. You've had to learn how to cut people open, diagnose complex medical conditions, and master human psychology. So don't tell me you can't learn how to run profitable ad campaigns. It's not that hard. I built a course that teaches people just like you how to do this. And within 7 days, you can learn how to launch and scale a profitable ad campaign. And whether you decide to outsource it later because you feel like it's not your cup of tea, at least you'll finally have the awareness and control to know what success looks like, so you never get scammed again. That's the reason why I built the Booked and Busy Accelerator. It's not just a course, it's a full patient acquisition system. Inside this course, I'm going to teach you how to create offers that actually get attention, how to launch ads that are actually profitable, how to automate your follow-up so that way you can continue to scale without getting super busy, and how to book 15 to 30 qualified appointments each month so you can continue to scale your practice. Here's what it looks like to gain access to it. The first thing I would do is I would go into the Booked and Busy course and then watch every single video. I teach you how to spy on your competitors, how to create content that's going to get clicks, that's going to drive traffic, how to set up your ad account, how to craft offers that actually convert, how to budget and scale your ads, and how to improve your show rate, and much more. I even include an ad vault where you can come in here and you can see some high converting ads in your niche that I've already handpicked for you. And if your niche isn't in here, you let me know. Once you join the community, I will build it for you. And along with that, for everyone that joins this community, you get 1 hour with me where I will hop on a call. I will audit any ads that you're currently running, and I will help you launch your first successful ad campaign. So you can talk strategy. I'll go through your website, a landing page, anything. So that way you have a blueprint on what to do next. I do not want any more clinicians out there getting scammed by marketing agencies. You need to understand this stuff, because being able to understand this stuff is the lifeblood of your business. Along with that, while you're in the community, you also have access to our weekly meetings, which are held every Wednesday, where you can hop on a call with our community. You can ask questions, you can learn from me. Each week I teach a different lesson on marketing, on automations, to help my whole community learn. And also at the end, we have a Q&A session. And then if you ever have any questions, you can also post in the community right here, and then I'll respond. So as you can see, this person was asking me about questions on pricing, and I helped her out. So the normal price of all of this stuff is over $2,500, but you're not even gonna pay half of that. Today, if you decide to get started, we're only charging $497 for this course. But if you do the math, $497 divided by 12 equals $41 a month, which is probably less than you spend on coffee each month. And this is probably the most profitable investment you can make in your life, is learning and mastering marketing for your practice. And here's my guarantee. If you go through the course and you implement what I teach you, and you do not book 10 to 15 appointments in the next 60 days, I'll refund you the whole cost of this, or I will manually go in there and build out your campaigns for you so you are successful. So you have two options. Keep doing what you're doing and watch your business suffer, or invest in this program, invest in yourself, and invest in your future. I only have a few spots available for this course because I do have to budget time in my day to be on the calls to walk through a lot of this stuff with you. I am a full-time physician myself. I work in 4 different facilities. I'm a medical director of a med spa, and I oversee 10 different practices. So I'm a busy person, but I'm still dedicated to giving back to people like you to help you grow your business. So click the button, get the system, and scale your practice, and I'll see you on the inside.